What is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, cloud swing traders? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are ready to go. We made it to the end of the week. We got Albert in the house. Good morning to you. Good morning to Amy, Andy, Bill, Cheryl, Cindy, Jeff. John is in the house. Good morning to Keith, Lucian, Martina, Mike, Nacho. What's up, Nacho? New names piling in. Last day of the week. I love it. We got Ray. Good morning to you. Good morning to Rick, Rob, Shane, Tim. UV's in the house. Good morning to all you guys. All my people out YouTube land, all my lurkers, not gonna say nothing all day. It's okay. I still love you. Hit that like and subscribe button. But yeah, I'm on one screen today, so if you guys see anything pop up, let me know. Just because I'm gonna have to move some charts around today. We got some tickers coming in. BEA Beautiful Spy is we got a gap up to all-time highs at the open. We got a little uh, broke down at least that first line of support, which yesterday was 668.93. I'm going to still look at that one for today to see if we stay above it. And then we kind of just pull back into that next secondary one. I, I I think I had like 667.03 is the spot I was looking at yesterday. We dipped maybe 4 pennies underneath it. And then that kind of marked the bottom of yesterday, and then we just kind of rallied back. With the close for yesterday, we did stay above. So not only did we close above the prior support, that looks strong. We also threw a higher VPOC in, which is still strong. And then we got a little hammer on the market as well from yesterday. So even though it's a red candle, still all relatively positive for the overall market. And today we are also gapping up a tad. More importantly, we are above yesterday's VPOC, so look for again a little support. Which I think if we do pull back, I think that's a very possible pullback into yesterday's VPOC, somewhere around 669.40, we'll call it somewhere right around that zone. But yeah, I think I'll pull back into there. If we break, now you got your next support 668.92, and we'll see. We're kind of building in a little bit of strong support at the end of the week. Cheryl says it was up to a new all-time high 671.48 overnight. Yeah. Yeah, we had a strong gap, and this is the market crash we are experiencing right now. Yeah, we've pulled all the way back from that all-time high. So I hope everyone is hanging in there. Ah, we'll see. Q's. Q's looks very similar except stronger. We didn't break through any support yesterday. All we did was get down to again a couple pennies lower, but we got 603.20. That was your retest spot. All of yesterday's red candle was a retest day. We just did exactly that. Even today, after the Bulls had a remarkable buy opportunity toward the end of the day, they ended up continuing to run, and we are opening above 605.78. Watch that for your support. Otherwise, psychological level would be this 607.05 zone, and well, to me, looks like just stay bullish, continue buy every dip possible, and make lots of money. I think that's it. We got Bitcoin. Getting into a very, very interesting area. We are in the 120 handles, so not bad there. I don't really have any support resistance that we're at now for the moment. A little bit higher would take us into 121,642. To the lower side of things, I think we have a really decent support. I guess first support, 119,940. Kind of just already retested that. If we retest a little bit further, which then you got to get through that resistance again, but obviously, it's doable. But we'll stay above 118,871. That would be your resistance for today. We've had, I don't want to say in a row because that wouldn't be true. Technically, you have a little doji candle and you got a small resting candle. Otherwise, one, two, three, four, five pretty decent days in Bitcoin land. And to me, looks like we go higher. I think we, at some point, the 121, 642 zone, that one can probably hit easily. Maybe we rest today, hit it tomorrow, and then we'll see if we can break through. But looking pretty strong for Bitcoin still. All right, we got a couple tickers. First one I see, RBLX Roblo. Not as strong as the rest of the market, at least for today. It's also, keep in mind, gone on a pretty crazy good run. You had a beautiful gap up on July 31st. That one was a retest gap. We did fully retest, kind of retraced that retest, and well, the good news is it's down, so that means everybody could buy. It gives you there's your opportunity. You have a little bit of support on this one coming in, not too far away, 124.80. We'll see if that holds. More specifically, one level that would probably have to hold. Otherwise, you're looking for much lower down to this 118.09. But yeah, I don't think there's much more room to the downside on this one, at least for a day trade. See if it comes down a little bit further, 124.32. Otherwise, most likely that is also a retest gap. I think it's buy the dip. I wouldn't put it past that we do a full retest. I don't think we get there, but that would take me into 132.10 for a target. Otherwise, I'd be a little concerned about this 128.15. I think that would be my target for today. But again, the rest of the market just keeps going. Roblox has a opportunity to buy. We don't even call them down days anymore. They're just they're buying opportunities. That's it. But a little bit weaker. I think that gap fades though. I think that would be a buy the dip if it comes a little bit lower at open. Affirm. Looking for a little continuation. You're opening right below the 50. It's a retest gap as well. I think you got a decent buy spot off of 77.58. This one's giving you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days red in a row. It was bound to have a green candle eventually. I think your targets on this one probably take you to 83.05. I'm not so sure on a day trade though. I think it's possible, but you're going to hit pretty good resistance first. Major resistance at 79.82. So kind of limits the upside. Swing probably not a bad risk reward at this level. The only thing is you're going to want your stops somewhere below 71.44 on a swing trade basis. And then we just got to pile through a couple of moving averages and some slight resistance, but not too bad. Nice bounce off that 100 if anybody did buy it there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much of a runway for day trade it has, but I think if it pulls back a little bit, probably some continuation. CRDO. This one's got a little bit more runway. Um, Probably up to 160.03. You're still inside day candle. Let's see if this could pull back. If it does a full pullback, the closer you get to 150.32, the better risk reward you have. Um, but it is a gap and go for today. Maybe start looking if you get pulled back into 152.57. And then again, plenty of runway higher. I don't even think I got this one on my list. All right, this is the segment of the show where we add tickers to my list just to make it even longer, and then we'll scoot it up. I think that would be a fun one to watch today, though. So I'm forced. I have no choice but to put this one higher on the list. If TradingView wants to cooperate, go quicker. Well, this is why I don't do NASCAR. This is why I day trade for a living. I just go slow and steady. Come on, you. Go, go, go. There we go. We got a little momentum to the top of the list. All right, new rule. Nobody tell me about any new stocks that are not that I don't already have on the list because it's gonna slow everything down. All right, we got it there. So we'll watch that one. That one looks pretty good. I think if it does pull back, which I think it does because it is inside, it has a lot of room. Palantir. Palantir loves to not really give me too much edge at open, and then it just runs like a madman every single day. I like that. I like that VPOC. I like that candle a lot. Doesn't mean we even where we're opening, we're just opening into a little bit of support, so nothing too crazy. For today, watch for a little bit of resistance, maybe around 186.34. Anything above that, I think we have some continuation. I like that. I like that candle a lot. If we can get above that yesterday's support resistance line, I, besides 189.02 at a psychological level, I think Palantir looks to want to make an all-time high. It is a gap and go to the bear side for support. If it comes down, you got 184.03. I think this one probably wants to continue to go bullish. The only thing I would be careful on is just a wave count. You might have, let's see if I'm on one screen today, so let's see if I can get the pen working. That could be your one, that could be your two, that could be your three, that could be four, that could be five. So I like this candle a lot, but the way we got up there, we did a full five wave count into a double top-ish situation. So I think we got to put it on the watch list for a potential double top. But as we know in this market, anything selling off is actually impossible. So we will see. Interesting spot, interesting location. I think it can break out. I don't think we double top, but I think it is definitely something to consider that if you're buying Palantir up here, you might be buying it after a wave count and maybe need a bigger pullback. You got Oklo, really good day yesterday, even though Jeffries downgraded it. I think that was this week. I don't know. All my days are starting to blend together, but I think it was this week that they had that downgrade. No, Thursday, the 25th. I told you everything's blending together, but that is a retest gap. It took us just one, two, three, four, five, 6 trading days. We've been watching this spot for target. I think that would have nailed the top of yesterday's move. Even though it's buy the dip everything, it's not a fantastic spot that it's opening underneath yesterday's VPOC. So let's see if we could break through 127.92. Otherwise, I got to put this right now in the camp of this is just all one retest. You still now have a lot of room to the downside. If we sell off, that would take me down to like 119.41. So I don't think I'd be bullish up here. If you start breaking yesterday's VPOC, if we start getting above the high of yesterday, then I would have to switch a little bit more to the bull side of things, and that would take me to 136.84 for next target, somewhere around there. But we did close the gap, and I think that is if I was bullish and I sat through that pullback and I was patiently waiting to figure out how to get out, that's where I would have got out as well. So to me, makes a lot of sense on the high of the day yesterday, and then we are selling a little bit. We got QMCO. Quantum or just buy. It's got what a name. What a name. No need for chart analysis. You just put your passwords into your brokers and it is just buy whatever you can. Good gap up from today. Yesterday was a resting candle. We are now gapping above the 200. That's impressive. I think this one probably fades before we push higher. I think you should have good support somewhere around $11.39. Your next target to the higher side is 11.88. So about a coin flip of which way this thing wants to move at open. But if it is a downward move, look for that 11.40 zone, somewhere around there. Looks like your buy opportunity. And again, I think that for day trade, not bad. And this is a ticker I don't have on my list. Whew. All right, I'm gonna add it, but we're not gonna move it up higher because it's gonna take too long. But we'll get it on there. IONQ. Retest gap near a support resistance at the moment. It looks like we are a few pennies higher. So if we open here, I would actually be a slight bull, thinking that you probably get that run up as soon as the bell rings into 71.94. So you might have to take like a pre-market breakout, something like that, but that would be my target for today. I don't know if we're going to be strong enough to get past it, especially since it's a retest. Um, if we open where we're at, if I was a gambling man, I would think we get into that whatever we said 71.91 zone, and then we come back for that retest. Look for a little bit of support right around this. Really, really good support around 69.60. And then if we want to do a full retest, you have 67, 65. So there's some more room to the downside. I think you can make a quick 1-to-1 risk to reward on a bullish side of things, but be careful of that retest. So if you are playing a bullish out of the gate, I would be very quick with those stops. If you get that pullback, if it actually drops, yeah, I think we could get continuation later in the day and probably runs up 1,000 tickers. No, I don't have 1,000 tickers on the list yet, but it is my goal. It is, yeah, it's on the bucket list to create a list that TradingView cannot even handle. Make sure it's slowed down completely. If you're not first, you're last. Little Talladega Nights. We got Meta, nice hammer 2 days ago. Still got your next target, which we did not get to, 732.88. I tried to trade this one yesterday, and it just didn't really want to do anything fun, except for the fact that we got a beautiful retest off that VPOC. So that one's on me. I don't know why was I trying to trade this one bullish if we did not do a full retest, thinking that this could just retest the close of yesterday's hammer. That was crazy. Beautiful bounce spot at that location. Continuation, I think we drop on this one first. I'm gonna implement some patience today. If I can get it around 725.24, that would be the spot I would like. So basically that means it will open and just run like crazy, not giving me a chance today. Uh, but if I get that pullback, 725, 45, 44, I can wait on this one. I can be patient today. I think I'm just telling that's just for me. Just tell myself that. Hymns, well, plenty of room on Meta too. Good bounce spot. Good hammer 2 days ago. Swing trade looks phenomenal. Tim says I had to dig deep to find that one. You guys are just trying to slow Trading View. I don't know. Maybe today is gonna be different. I don't think so. But yeah, Trading View. They do not want to give me indicators as soon as the market opens. They have to wait 15 minutes. They're just I thought it was because of my list, but some of you guys reported the same thing. So hopefully it's a little quicker today. Hims looks like continuation for today. Very, very small pullback. See if we get like a hammer on this one. High wave, low end of that should be somewhere around 58.12. You can stay above 58.12. Your next target, we've been here now a couple times. I think we could take this one out, but there's going to be some resistance around 58.74. I think we take that out. I think we're looking for 59.90 for your target on HIMS. We got NVIDIA, the vids, higher. Inside day candle. Again, let's try. I mean, we're at all-time highs. We could try to have some ability to not try to buy all-time highs. See if we could get a little pullback. But inside day, I think you get the pullback on this one, 189.15. That would be your spot to buy. Again, it is Friday. We've had a pretty crazy week, pretty crazy, just bullish week. We are now in month 5, I think, of just nonstop buying. Some of these names are at all-time high. They just keep going. There's no narrative right now no catalyst that will, so far. I mean, we still have government shutdown. I did hear everybody that works for government is now day trading, so there's probably more money into the markets. But watch this 189, 11 zone. If we pull back into that, that's probably your buy spot. The question is, do we just run it up like crazy at the end of the day? I'm not sure. But I'm not sure how high this one goes, but that would be my buy spot. I think it does go higher either today, tomorrow. I mean, Monday. We'll see. UNH. If you're still in NVIDIA, it looks still really good, bullish. UNH is into that gap. We've been there. We are making higher lows. That's pretty good. I do like this gap. But I think we go bullish. I would have to say, I think if we get that pullback in 353.78, that should be a really strong support. Otherwise, if we see a candle pattern, uh, high wave candle, something, I I don't think we hit 374.62 today. That would be wild, but I think we hit it. I think we close that gap eventually. Maybe it would take us till next week, but really, really good gap. Sentiment, I think, is still kind of by the dip up on this one. Again, the CEO has bought more shares. You have Michael Burry, I believe, bought this one. Think, I don't know if Warren Buffett bought this one. I think he did. But yeah, really good sentiment. I think everyone's watching that 374.62 zone. I think we have a lot of room on this one. To me, it looks good on a swing. And for today, if you get that pullback, I think you do. One, two, three, four candles in a row. 350, 353.40. All right, we'll scoot this one higher on the list. See how this one wants to act when that bell rings. Oh no, this is yeah, this is gonna take forever. Serve also nice little gap up there too. Just scrolling past it, or at least was prior. Okay, I'm on UNH. Where are you gonna go to? So close. Mm-hmm. We'll get UNH on the list. Snow. Fantastic candle yesterday. More importantly than anything, that close is absolutely phenomenal for snow. Holding things overnight, swing trading is pretty easy so far in this market. Day trading, it's a little actually tougher. That's not Snow is not a stock that I'm gonna want to short. I already know that. I do want to get into this thing long. 240.04 would be that pullback spot. So now when we're live trading together, we have to sit through that pullback first, and then around 1 o'clock today, once we're right at that 240 zone, that's the retest, and then there's where you go bullish. But yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good. I think we get continuation. That close, amazing. You don't really want to see this candle get taken out. I I I think there's a pullback first. Be patient, and snow still looks good. Government employees have to file 20 forms before each trade. I don't know if it counts when they're closed. They might not have to. Yeah, since they're technically not working, they're allowed to day trade. ASTS, and I see Hood on the list as well. ASTS. Yeah, I don't normally, yes, and I don't think they're actually allowed to day trade. They could only hold positions, I believe. And then I think they have to file when they want to sell something. That's why I'm not in the government. You got 63.70 on ASTS. Phenomenal candle from yesterday again. If FOMO is not setting in yet, give it another 15 minutes and FOMO will be there. But great looking candle. See if inside day candle as well. I think you do get this pullback. Watch at 63.70. I think that's your buy spot on that one. We got Hood. I'm just gonna say the same exact thing on Hood that I did for ASTS, and then whatever stock we looked at before Snow, I think. If you're holding it, it looks good. I think we go higher from here today. If you get that little bit of a pullback, watch for 144.72. That would be your again, I'm not going to invest long term into Hood. Even I don't care that they have the betting markets. However, there is betting apps where you can bet on how long the government is shut down for. So if you'd like to make your pick, you could guess how many days, and you could make some money off the government just not doing things. It's a new world. What did you do for your previous job? I bet the job interview with the former government employee is funny. Yeah. Previous job, and they're like, well, we did sometimes go to the office on on occasion. Bitbine, that's BMNR. But the last 6 months we were just getting paid. A lot of pool time. BMNR, again, we're still in this little bit of, let's see if I could draw a straight line. Hold on a second. Something to that effect would be my downtrend. So you still have the lower highs, but we also have those higher highs as well. So I think we're just in a longer term, little bit of a pennant pattern. I think we break bullish, and I think your target is 83, 85. When do we get there? No clue. Maybe by 11 a.m. We'll see. Yeah, it looks really good. It is also a retest gap too, so just be careful on that buy it at the open. See if some people want to take some profits. I think if you could get it 55-14, you get pretty good risk reward on this one. So we'll see what happens. Again, crypto still looks good, so not bad on that one. I think that would be a phenomenal looking swing trade if we could break bullish out of that pennant pattern. So we'll see. Let's see the other one. Serve. I really wanted to day trade that one yesterday. For some reason, oh yeah, because I was in too many trades. But my next target on this one takes me up to $13.38. That can happen today, but be careful again. Just retest gap if you're trying to get into this one. But really, really good day yesterday. Good close. I think that is a new higher low and bigger targets on this one. 1391. After that, you got a nice little push on serve. So watch that one. Let me see what else is on the list. RKLB, Rocket Labs. This one is opening into a tad bit of resistance. Really good candle yesterday. Some of the other ones better candle. This one's a strong looking candle at least. But we didn't really clear too many resistance on it. I would be comfortable saying I think this one pulls back. So see if you get the pullback. If we could open here, we'll see. Maybe a high wave indecision. But I think if you get that pullback, 51.21 would be an interesting spot. Again, nice candle from yesterday. Decent amount of people profitable. I think you get that small little pullback. Bigger targets on this one would probably take you up to about $54. Maybe that hits today. I think this one probably breaks out and we hit new highs. But for now, gotta buy the dips. Gotta have a dip to buy the dip. That's the only issue. Other than that, the market is about to open. So everybody in YouTube land, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend. I'll catch all of you guys on Monday. Later, guys.